It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards in a pair of scores. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
Now Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. From the 45 on second down, Mahomes to the right side, complete to Taylor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 35. Second and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's Taylor again. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 61 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Throwing, Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
Oh, he shifts past him.
58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Olave over the middle. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They hand off to their big tight end. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Running left, Taylor. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, things are definitely going well for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get to connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. Olave holds it in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On the handoff, Taylor. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. He's got it. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Jet sweep. Here's Olave. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Taylor is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. It's Reeves. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Hands it off out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9. Jones finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Jones on third down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You've got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. Ooh, the juke. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 85 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Olave from 8 yards out. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Carlson on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. From the 39, Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Bills with the lead in the 2nd quarter. Josh Reynolds, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Lions trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He's got it to Williams.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
94 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now here's Mahomes. Finding Williams once more, complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
Now this one taken in by Olave. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him at the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Look who it is. It's Olave once more. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the...
Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Come on, you serious, dog.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. The open man here, Renfro. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the 1st half. Why are you making that call?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. So a victory here for the Commanders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They